We're going to be working on this car today. We don't have a whole lot of time before work today. We did quite a bit before work, so tomorrow we're probably going to finish it off. And then, so that puts us at Friday. And then Saturday night, guess what? It gets derbied again. So I've looked up the Ontario Demolition Derby wheelbase, and this thing fits. It's 105.9, I think, is the wheelbase of this, so it's under 106, which puts in the Mini. Which means I get to take this thing into a class where Camrys are outlawed. Bum, bum, bah. And honestly, I think that is probably one of the best scenarios for this car. I think that Camrys are great cars, but I think that to beat a Camry, 90% of the time, you need a Camry to beat a Camry. This new windshield class that we got in Ontario does not actually allow Camrys, and Ontario makes Camrys run mid-size. And when I say Ontario, I'm talking about the company. It's called Ontario Demolition Derby. Makes Camrys run mid-size. So this thing here doesn't have to worry about Camrys because it runs in mini, not mid-size. Okay, so first thing I'm seeing is everything is into the engine. I don't like that. We're going to be cutting the whole rad support out of this. We're going to be taking all this melted plastic off of my header. We're going to be pulling everything away from the headers and then taking this old belt off of here and running without an alternator, with no power steering, and unfortunately, no air conditioning. Don't know what I'm going to do in this world with no AC inside this. But my frame is bent. My frame is bent. Shit. I think this bumper caused my frame to bend. That's okay. Frames are designed to bend, and that's what they're there for. Now, let's jack this thing up. So we're going to jack it up, pull that tire off of it, and then we're going to put a new strut into it. But, yeah, I can't believe... Oh, the lug nuts aren't even tight. Maybe that's why I was flopping around so much in the video. Whose job was it to tighten down the lug nuts? I thought it was your guys'. But let's pull this off and we'll inspect the damage behind there. You guys ready for how damaged this is going to be? I'm thinking a solid 3 out of 10 how bad this thing's bent. If you guys are wondering why I run these, it's because I drilled all these my own holes. Oh, the rim was hitting the caliper extremely hard. It slowed me down. Imagine if it didn't get slowed down by this tire. I would have destroyed this car so much faster. Oh God. Okay. So we got the old one out, now we're just going to put the new one in. I got it on there. So there we go. Look at that. It's like it was never even bent at all. But guess what? Ka-chow! She is bent to all heavens. So that is garbage. The spring is actually broken as well. So let's see what she looks like now. There, now that's starting to look like a derby car again. She's not nearly as low to the ground. She's still a little bent, but that's okay. Now, let's turn our attention to the back hatch with the Sawzall, and we're going to cut out a lot of extra steel that we don't need. So we ran this windshield. Don't need that. Which means we can have a post-to-post, but we can't have a gas tank protector. So the problem without a gas tank protector is stuff like this comes extremely close to your head. I actually already threw out some of the steel in here, but the actual latch was only held on by a grounding wire. And it was a fully attached latch when the derby began, but because of how the trunk hatch ripped, it was just kind of flopping around inside of here. So I think gas tank protectors are something that should be allowed in a derby just to keep you safe. So the problem is a lot of these hatches these days and hoods and everything like that are actually not even steel. They're all aluminum. So it just doesn't really hold together as good as it should. But that's one problem done. Let's see if I can... Oh, this is pretty much all ripped out too. So we got all this stuff in here. Don't worry, I'll clean all this up eventually. So we'll go back to the front now and take a look at that front bumper. So you guys have seen the rules. Well, not rules, but... So let me go through this. This ran windshield class. What windshield class is like stock as stock can be. You have to remove all your plastics. You can leave the windshield if you want. I believe, don't quote me on it, but I believe you can run factory gas tank if it's in front of the rear axle. Not really a fan of that. I'm never a fan of that. Yeah, basically it's like stock as stock can be. Now, the problem with that is you can't change bumpers. I don't know how I tied this. Well, I know how I'm going to get it off then. Aluminum bumpers don't really hold up the way steel ones do sometimes. So let's see if we can get the end plates pulled off of this and then see what we're working with. Steven!
Oh shit. That's kind of fucking nice.
Like, really fucking nice. Like, what? No way. Yeah, like legitimately, you just move it a little bit this way, and you can probably catch all the factory holes.
Be aware when you weld it up, those move.
Yes.
When you have to weld them solid so the pin.
Just weld the pin down.
or else it'll sway. You can even probably move the bumper a little bit now, like you square it up, right? That hurt a lot.
Did it?
Yeah.
Oh, because you got your buffer further on.
Yep.
I think I can get away with just bolting that on.
It's a free rebuy. Why, you want to keep it?
Be nice if I get more Subarus.
God.
Well, yesterday we worked on the back of this. The video, battery died, so I had to go get another battery. But, so we worked on the back of this. The 9-wire job isn't great. I don't think they're going to like it, so I didn't really want to do a whole lot to it. Just mostly to tie everything kind of together. We got a lot of rain last night, but we got the VW bumper on the front of this thing. And the crazy thing about the VW bumper, it actually caught almost all the factory holes. So we got the bumper on. We are not going to be running an alternator this time because the belt is gone. And I don't want to invest the $30 that it costs to get another belt. I left my socket sit open in the rain. How wet is that? Yes, it's very wet. Ugh. Oh my Milwaukee vice grips, they're out here in the rain. So the last thing that we're going to do today is we're going to check these tires. So the rules state the tires must be DOT, so I'm probably just going to run these tires on the front and get rid of the donuts. I just want to make sure they're going to clear the brakes. But guys, we got the rad support cut out. We got the new bumper bolted on. We got all the burnt spots cut out of the rad hose. This thing is ready to go. So I think we're gonna load her up and get basically ready for the derby today. So let's get going.